Don't look up my nose. Hello, my name is Brittany. Welcome to 200 pages a day for a week. It's Monday. It's like 4:30 p.m. I had today off of work. It's a holiday here in the US and I work for the government, so it's a holiday for me. I don't have to work today. I'm setting this vlog up in a way where I'm not reading for the challenge until I come home from work, so hence why now at 4:30 p.m. I'm gonna get started. This is the book that I've decided to start with. It's Invisible Girl by Jewell. And I've already read 181 pages today on my Kindle. That doesn't count towards this challenge. That was for a different video. We're starting with this. The goal is to read 1,000 pages between today, Monday, and Friday. I'm not trying to do a whole week straight. It's too hard on me that way. I am only like 30 pages into this book, so we're gonna try to read to page 200, 230 if we're really feeling lucky. It's really cold here where I live, -30 degrees with the wind chill. It's like -11 without wind chill, so very cold. My kids' school already canceled for tomorrow, so I'm gonna wake up early anyway, just so that I can make sure that we're good to go, and I'm gonna read tomorrow morning to kind of set myself up for success. Otherwise, the week is not very busy for me, so I'm feeling confident that I can do it this time. There's not going to be any surprises at the end of this video like there was for the other 200 pages challenge that I did, but I have a lot of books left on my TBR and we are midway through the month, so I really need to get a move on. Challenges are the way to do that, so I'm going to get started with it. Thanks for being here. I will let you know at the end of the night where I actually leave off in this book, and we'll go from there. Invisible Girl by Jewell. Let's go ahead and kick things off. It's 9:48 p.m. and I'm on page 203. I've read 384 pages today, for the record. So we're off to a hot start, but 203 pages surpasses the 200 page goal. I need to go to sleep. Day one, success. Here's hoping that tomorrow when I actually go back to work that things will continue to progress accordingly. I will update you tomorrow what the book is about. I'm so tired, I need to go to bed. See you tomorrow. Hello friends, I am home from work. We've eaten dinner. I'm having a smoothie and I read 100 pages at work today. So I'm almost done with this. As it stands, there's only 50 pages left in this book and then I'm gonna pick up a new one. Let me get the kids to bed and then I'll pick up reading and let you know once I'm done where things are, how things are going. I still haven't told you what this book is about. I'll tell you about that after the kids go to bed too. Okay, let's chat. Invisible Girl by Jewell. We have child psychologist and his wife and family. We have patient of said psychologist, who's a 17-year-old girl. We have creepy man who lives across the street from psychologist and his wife. And Jewell likes to write stories that kind of overlap with all of the characters. So Kate is the psychologist's wife. We have a POV from Kate's perspective, or rather we have Kate's POV. We have Sapphire's POV. We have Owen's POV. Basically, Kate's husband treats Sapphire for about 3 years for self-harm. So there's trigger warning, self-harm. There's also sexual assault for trigger warnings. Those are a couple of big ticket items that I see. So Sapphire sees Kate's husband for about 3 years for her self-harm. They cease treatment. Eventually Sapphire goes missing. And she's also encountered the neighbor across the way from Kate and her husband. His name's Owen. He is a disgraced high school teacher. I think that's what college is in the UK, high school. He lost his job due to allegations of sexual misconduct with students. So Owen has stumbled upon the incel community and basically is arrested when Sapphire goes missing. That's the gist of the story without giving too much away. I am so invested in this book. I literally couldn't sleep last night. I was thinking about it and could not wait till I was finished with everything that I needed to do at work today so that I could pick it back up. I only have 50 pages left, so I'm gonna take care of that. We'll check in at the end and I'll let you know what I'm starting next. I need to take my contacts out because they're really bothering my eyes, specifically this one. So I'm gonna go do that and then I'm gonna get started reading. And I will see you probably in a half an hour with the next pick. I finished that book and I decided that I need a break from thriller, horror, etc. So I'm gonna go in with People We Meet on Vacation. This is my book club's selection for the month. I have everything to annotate this book as well. I've read 150 pages. I have 50 more to go. It's like 8:25. I'm gonna see how far into this book I can get tonight. If you'd like to see final thoughts on Invisible Girl, you will see my wrap up at the end of this month, along with everything else that I've been reading. But it was really good. I read it in like less than 24 hours. It was so good. A little bit more than 24 hours, but you know, it took me one day to read. It was so good. I'm gonna get started. I'll let you know where I stop and how everything's going with Emily Henry's People We Meet on Vacation, but I need to get started. I'm very, very tired and I wanna go to bed by like 9 tonight. So we'll see if that actually holds true. Okay, it's 9:40. I've read my 50 pages of this book to round out my 200 for the day. I actually read 54 pages because I can't stop in the middle of a chapter. It took me a lot longer because I'm annotating this book. Since it's book club and book club's not for another 10 days, I want to annotate because I know that I'll read at least 2 more books between this one and when we have our book club meeting. So far, what I think is going to happen is we're gonna have a friends to lovers type of situation, maybe a second chance romance. I'm only 50 pages in. All I know is that the 2 main characters, Alex and Poppy, travel together, and then 2 years ago they stopped traveling together because they had some sort of falling out on their most recent vacation, which was to Croatia. That's all I got. That's where we are. I need to go to bed because I am very tired. I will see you tomorrow for another day of 200 pages. It's 6:30. I'm home from work. Today was a nightmare. This is not what I started my morning off in. You saw me wearing a red shirt in my clip where I was packing up all my stuff. My car wouldn't start this morning. I don't know why. I went out to take the trash out and I was like, let me just start the car and get it warmed up for the kids before we go over to their grandma's house before school and everything. Tried the remote start, it didn't work. I tried to unlock the doors with the key fob, that didn't work. So I was like, let me just unlock it and manually start the vehicle. That did not work. Call grandma, say, hey, car's not starting. She's gonna come and get us. Great. It's fine. I call off of work, leave a voicemail for the person who I needed to call off with. I go back outside to get my garage door clicker, and wouldn't you know it, the lights on the dash are magically on now and I can start the vehicle. So that sent me into a panic. I was wearing a turtleneck. It started to feel like it was choking me. I had to change my clothes before I went to work because I felt so severely anxious that I needed to take that shirt off and put something that wasn't choking me out on. Anyway, it's 6:30. I just finished uploading, well, editing and scheduling a video to come out for Thursday. I read at work today because I had plenty of time. This is not always going to be the case, but I did have time this week to read, so I'm kind of cheating at this challenge and taking advantage of having that time. I read about 100 pages of, I don't know why I almost called it Happy Place because I've literally never read that book and I don't even have that book on my TBR right now. It's People We Meet on Vacation. I read about 100 pages of that book today at work. I need to eat something and then we'll reconvene. It's taking me a lot longer to read People We Meet on Vacation because I'm annotating. So I'm really taking my time to like stop and highlight and write in the book. I figured what better time than now to start annotating. I wanted to, and this is the book club book, so it'll help me down the line when I circle back to this in about a week to talk about it with my besties. I'm changing into my pajamas now. Well, I'm putting on comfy pants because I'm still wearing my work pants. And I'm gonna go eat and then we will talk again shortly about where we're at in the book, what the book is actually about. See you very soon. All right, we are on page 160. People We Meet on Vacation is about 2 friends, Poppy and Alex. Poppy is a lady, Alex is a man. They are an unlikely duo. They do a summer trip every year, and what we're doing is learning about past trips as they're on a present trip. Now, Alex and Poppy had a falling out 2 years ago in Croatia, and we, the reader, do not know what happened in Croatia to cause the falling out. I have read one Emily Henry book in the past. It was Booklovers, and I enjoyed the ride because Emily Henry wrote Nora, the older sister, exactly as me, the oldest sister in the family. Bossy and controlling-ish. I just call it as I see it. I'm bossy. I'm the oldest out of everybody in my family. I'm the oldest daughter. I'm also the oldest granddaughter. So I am, at my heart, bossy. I related to Nora. And I didn't think in going into this book that I would relate as much to Poppy as I do. Poppy's past, like in high school, is very reminiscent of my own past in high school. So I'm very much relating to her. And actually, since this is the book club book, I work with Sheree. Sheree and I were talking about the book today, and she immediately kind of didn't take a liking to Alex, and I was like, oh, well, Alex is me. Like, I also feel like I relate to him. But Poppy definitely, some of the stuff in her past sings true to like my own past. I very much enjoy Emily Henry's writing. I think that it is simplistic, but she has such a great sense of humor in her writing. I am very much enjoying it. So I'm gonna get back into it. I have to read like 90 more pages, and that puts me at, well, because I can't stop in the middle of a chapter, so that's gonna put me at right here, chapter 28. I have this much to read tonight. The night is still young, so we'll see how long it takes me to get through these. In a perfect world, I would finish this book tonight to start something new, but I don't really truly foresee that happening. So I'm gonna get into it, and I will check in with you periodically or before I go to bed for the evening and let you know what is happening, where we are. It's 9:30 and I hit the 200 pages for the night, but I'm going to continue because I'm not ready to go to bed. I'm really enjoying this book. There are parts that make me feel very emotional, like I'm going to cry, and I'm having a great time. So I'm going to continue to read. I'll let you know where exactly I leave off at the end of the night and where we're picking up tomorrow. I don't think that I'll be finishing the book tonight, just because that is an additional 100 pages, but I do think that I'll read until at least 10 and then go to sleep. So I'll check in a little bit later. Okay, it's 10:02. I'm on page 285, where I've read to page 285. So I didn't make it that much further in the book, but I need to go to bed. I'm doing pretty good annotating, and I will definitely finish this book tomorrow, and then I can start a new one. I'm gonna go to bed, update my tracker, update Storygraph, Goodreads, all that fun stuff, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good evening, friends. It is 5:15, you can't see, 5:15 p.m. I'm home from work. I've eaten dinner. We are going to pick back up reading. Whew. I don't have very much left. Can you see? I have maybe 30 pages left. I have less than 30 pages left. So I'm gonna finish up People We Meet on Vacation, start the next book. I didn't read very much today at work because despite having nothing to do, I spent most of my day talking to my friends, as one does when one is not working. So I left off at page 285 last night, and I'm currently only on page 334, so I read like 50 pages today at work, which is not a lot. So let me get to it. I'm hoping that I can make decent progress in my next book, which I've already picked. Camera battery is flashing. That's telling me to shut up, so I'm going to do so. Charge this while I finish up reading, and then we'll pick up. We're done. And now it's time to move on to the next one. I need to think on how I'm going to rate things for this book, and you can catch all my final thoughts in the wrap up, but we're done. I annotated the whole thing, and I feel like I've accomplished something. So I'm gonna move it over to my shelf of books that I've read, and we're moving on to the next one. I don't think I will be annotating my next book. I don't think I'm going to annotate the next book because I've heard it's quite heavy. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about it quite yet. So I'm thinking not. Cleaning up my supplies. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm not going to annotate the next one just because of everything that I've heard about it. We're talking, of course, about The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. This is about a sexual assault. I know that. And the aftermath of that. I've heard really wonderful things about this book, but that's all that I know about this book. So we're going to get into it, see how it goes. I literally don't remember how many pages are in People We Meet on Vacation. All right, 361. I've read 76 pages so far. So I have to read 124 pages. This book It's a YA, so I'm feeling confident. It is literally only 6 p.m. and I don't have any plans for the rest of the night. So let me just get it logged into my tracker. My computer is right behind you. We will get started. Don't look up my nose. Let me stop my reading timer. Next month I want to track my time spent reading as well. My Google Sheet allows for that, so that will be fun. I just did my computations for my call pile for this book, and I'm not going to tell you what my rating is. We'll talk about it in the wrap up at the end of the month. I love this tracker. I don't know how I lived without it. It's wonderful. What I haven't been doing is updating the books that I own section. I don't know what to call this. Contemporary? Yes, I talk to myself. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I sit here and talk to a camera. You're gonna have to just deal with me talking to myself, okay? As I type into my form. We're not gonna acknowledge and discuss my poor posture right now. 2016. Simon & Schuster. Karma by Taylor Swift has been stuck in my head all day. While we're in here, I'm going to just go ahead and update Goodreads and the story graph. If you follow me on the story graph, you'll see my ratings live because I post them pretty much as soon as I am done reading the book. I do want to go back in and figure out how Cawpile is going to actually work for me. This is new for me, and I really want to figure out how I can do like quarter and half stars in my rating system. So I need to figure out averages for that. I think it's going to be fun to figure that out as this year progresses, because I was so strict with the like full star increment rating with my whole star rating system last year and in previous years, because Goodreads doesn't have the capability of doing half stars, and I don't like the idea of rounding up. I was just like baseline everything that's a 4-star is going to be a 4-star, no 3.5 stars. We're not rounding up. I feel bad rounding down, so we're just gonna call everything 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And for this one, I think it's not a 5, but it's also not like a 4. So, it's hard. There's no way that that is what the answer is. Oh no, because I divided it wrong, okay. Excuse me, I'm literally typing in there. No! Boy, you can tell that I just don't use freaking Goodreads on my computer ever. Ugh. Oh, this is a debut. Interesting. Okay, I did not know that, but I do want to annotate that in this spreadsheet. That's important. My average rating for the month is pretty good. Interesting. I love this. We're good. Okay, I'm gonna get started. I will let you know how far we make it. I will let you know any updates that I have as we go through this, and I will see you shortly after 15 minutes of talking to myself. I'm going to bed because it's 10. I read 235 pages of this book tonight. It started off very, very rough, this book did, because obviously it has a very heavy topic at hand. I could not stop reading it. I don't know how else to explain it. It's not like My Dark Vanessa, because you don't have the triggering, like jarring graphic scenes in this book. Thank God too, because it's YA, but it's incredibly well done. I'm gonna have to talk about it tomorrow. I'm too tired to form coherent thoughts, but I read 235 pages. We'll talk about it after I finish it tomorrow, because I read 60% of this book tonight. I need to go to bed because I have work tomorrow, so I'll see you then. Before I go, the total pages that I actually read today was 311. So we're crushing the challenge, and that's largely in part due to the fact that I haven't had shit to do at work. See you tomorrow. Okay, this is a morning check-in, which I don't normally do on work days, but I have plans tonight with one of my friends. We're going to karaoke. So today is going to be the most challenging day in which I try to read 200 pages. I'm taking the book that I'm currently reading to work. I'm also taking a second book because it's very likely that I can finish it, because I only have 3 appointments today. So we're still in a very slow period. Like always, I will let you know once I am home from everything today. I also have the eye doctor, and then I'm driving up to see my friend and do our thing. So I'll let you know how today goes. We might continue this through the weekend just because why not? See you when I am home from everything. I did not come home and read last night from my friend date. I got home at 10:30 at night and I just wanted to go to bed after that. But I did read 130 pages throughout the day yesterday because I, once again, did not have very much to do at work. I finished The Way I Used to Be and I read like 4 pages of The Golden Hour by Beatriz So I can't really have an opinion on that. If you want to know thoughts and opinions on the way I used to be, again, I'll direct you to the wrap-up video that will be coming shortly. Today, my plans include going to a library sale, and if you're unsure of what that is, where I live, a lot of our libraries have like used bookstores, so to speak, within them. You can donate books to the used bookstore that you no longer are reading. You can purchase books that people have donated. You can purchase withdrawn library books. That's why I have a lot of library books in my collection, because I go to these used book sales at the library. I haven't been to one in a very long time. I think the last one that I went to, like library sale wise, was just after COVID mandates started to lift, and it was a very disappointing time because during COVID people were not able to donate books. All of the proceeds for books purchased go to local friends of the library, which I am a huge supporter of because any extra funding for the library is great. So I really like to go to these. It's like the heart of who I became as a reader once I moved to the Midwest. I really have a great time. My children's grandma and grandpa are going with me, so that will be really fun for us. I have like $21 in cash to spend. Really, I have a 50 in my wallet that I just have not broken since I got it for Christmas, but I'm still like reluctant to spend that much today. So like $21, 30 max is my budget for this library sale. Oftentimes they do bag sales where you can fill like grocery bags for $5, and that is how I amassed so many books in such a short period of time, way back in like 2018, 2019 timeframe. The one that we're going to today is one of the bigger libraries in the area. I've personally never been to this one, so I'm really excited about it. And I am allowing myself to break my 1 book a month book buying like ban just for this, because I haven't been to a true library sale where I was able to find more than 1 book since before COVID. I'm gonna give myself some leeway today and spend some money on books. This is like the perfect time to venture out into authors that I don't normally read. I need to go finish getting ready. I need to go and stop and get muffins for the grandparents as a thank you for taking me to this, and I need to go or I'm going to be late. So I will see you all when I come back. If I can, I'll try to get some B-roll on my phone because I'm not taking my camera out, but I'll try to get some B-roll on my phone if I'm not feeling nervous, but I'll see you later. I'm home from the library. We went to 2 actually. Here's the problem. I bought so many books that I'm going to actually close out this vlog right now and film a book haul because mistakes were made. So I'm gonna be done with the 200-page reading challenge. For the most part, it was a success. I missed 1 day of 200 pages, so I'm proud of myself for this. With that being said, I do appreciate you joining me for another reading challenge. I will see you in the next one. If you like the video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you are new here, and leave me a comment letting me know, as always, what you'd like to see next for challenges. As far as challenges go, they are a way for me to be staying engaged in reading and stay having fun reading. So yeah, just let me know what you'd like to see next, and I will see you next time. Bye.